Good afternoon, or whenever you are watching this. I just wanted us to go over one of the mastery check problems for your homework. And remember, we're doing substitution, and I just need to grab a pen. Great. So we're going to do number one right now, and then you guys are going to do number two for homework. And when we're looking at this, the first thing I need to notice again is I need to have, in order to do substitution, I need to have something that's in this form, this y equals mx plus b, because that's the only way I can substitute in something for y. So let's go over that and see how that makes sense. So if I'm going to rewrite one of these, I want to look at the easier one to rewrite, which in this case looks like this guy. And you can always try the other one, and if it's too hard, try the other one. So I have y plus x equals -2, and I want to get y by itself. And this one's pretty straightforward. So in order to get y by itself, or in other words, to get rid of this x, I have to just subtract x. Whatever I do on one side, I have to do to the other. So I have -2 minus x, and now I know that y equals -2 minus x. Now I can do something with this, right? Now I know what y is. Hallelujah. Which means that I can go back to my two problems, and I can look at this second one now, and I can substitute where I see this y. I can substitute, sorry, you can't see that, this y, I can substitute -2 minus x in for this y, because this told me what y equals. So let's just plug it in. I'm going to rewrite this now. I want to make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to rewrite this, and I have to do 2x plus 3, up here it's 3y, but I know that y is equal to -2 minus x, because we just solved that, equals -9. We're marrying these two equations together into one long equation. So now that we have that in there, I'm just going to erase this so we have some space. Now I'm just doing algebra. I'm just solving it. Order of operations tells us that we do multiplication first. So I need to do 3 times -2 and 3 times -x. 3 times -2 is -6. 3 times -x is -3x. I got rid of all of this, which means I just need to drop down my other part. So I have 2x, and I have equals -9. Next step, I got to combine my like terms, which in this case is 2x and -3x. 2x minus 3x is -1x, or -x, but I'll just put the 1 here. Got to drop down my -6 equals -9. To get rid of this, I do reverse order of operations since I'm bringing things on either side of the equation. I now have to get rid of the 6, the -6, so I add 6 because that makes it 0 on this side, so I can nix it. Add 6 on this side, which means -3. I'm going to bring down my -1x. -1x, to get rid of the -1, I just divide by -1, cross that out, divide by -1, x equals +3. X equals +3 because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. All right, so I have this now. I have my x. I'm just going to erase this to so that we don't keep concentrating on it. I have my x equals 3, but now I need to figure out what my y is. So I can go back to my original equations. I have this guy, this top one, highlighted in yellow, and then I have this one highlighted in green. Again, the one in yellow looks easier, so that's what I'm going to choose to plug in. So I know that x equals 3, and now I'm just going to replace the x. So I have x or y plus x equals -2, and I'm going to replace this x with 3 because that's what we just found out down here, that x equals 3. And then you just solve it. So to get rid of it, you do -3 on both sides. Then y equals, because 3 minus 3 is 0, y equals -5. A negative plus a negative is giving more negative, so it's a -5. And we're almost done, right? But I have to write it as an ordered pair, which means I do x comma y, or 3 comma -5. All right, and that's it. So go ahead and do number 2 on your own. Make sure that you have this one written in your OneNote for when Miss Grimm goes back and grades it, and reach out with questions. But you guys have got this, all right? And I will see you later.